wonderful viewers, and good morning from KTV Newsroom. Welcome to KTV News. I am your presenter, Nimalisa Jato. In the headlines today, schools struggle with low attendance on opening week. Mr. Charles Gomez, a Kingston teacher, describes social media as the new classroom enemy. Kingston admin has released first-term results on the portal for parents to view. Massive failures emerge for Kingston students at Sobea classes in Banjulundi. This and many more will come your way. Stay tuned as we bring you the news in details. Now the news in details. As the new school term begins, many local institutions, including Kingston School, are reporting a familiar and frustrating trend. Empty classrooms during the first week of resumption. Kande has more.
Despite the official start being set for January 5, 2026, many students fail to show up. Reports suggest that the major cause is the spread of fake news on social media. False posts claiming that the opening date had been postponed until January 8th. The big question is that why are students staying at home? I had an interview with Kingston School admin speaking on behalf of the administration. Mr. Mene pointed to several reasons for this lack of attendance. He said false rumors online lead families to believe that learning doesn't actually start on day one. Holiday fatigue. After long breaks filled with festivities and successful, many students find it difficult to regain their appetite for serious academic work. Cultural habit. In some areas, the first week of school has been viewed as a period for loitering rather than education, a mindset that has persisted for decades. He urged parents to orient their children before the term begins and to reinforce the importance of the official start date. He also mentioned that schools are being challenged to ensure that teachers are present and ready to teach from the very first hour. The goal is to prove to parents and people alike that the first week is for serious business and not just free time. Authorities warn that as long as the first week is treated as optional, the education system will continue to face unnecessary delays in the learning syllabus, said Mr. Mene. KTV News, I am
Well, a similar story mentioned high absenteeism in the UBS. However, this time it involves the student subject teachers. While
the school should be full of energy unless it's high absenteeism, when people are not where they're supposed to be, had left many classrooms quiet during the first week. The school has explained that so many teachers were away because they were busy writing their exams at the university. Just like students, teachers must study hard to become even better at their jobs. These university exams were happening during the first week of the new term. Therefore, many teachers did not come to school to start the new term. A senior teacher at KINGSTOM, Mr. Disani, spoke about the situation. While they know about the university exams, but they suggest there might be other reasons only known to them. Normally, every teacher should report to school on the first week. The senior teacher said, I understand somewhere at the university, but there might be other reasons only known to them. It is important for teachers to be in school so that students don't fall behind in their lessons. And the school hopes, once the exams are finished, all teachers will return back to school and learning will get back to normal. KTV News, I'm
Massive failures emerged for Kingston students at Sobea classes in Banjulundi, following the announcement of the results at the Sobea PTA meeting in Banjulundi. Many students were shocked. Rita reports.
Parents and teachers are asking why, after a certain number of grade 9 students failed their first term exams. Although the students started the year with hard work and determination, the results were not what anyone expected. After talking to one of the students, Ibrahim Jata, we found our two big reasons for the low grades, which are playing after class. Jata said, instead of going home to study, many students spend time playing and idling on their way home. This makes them to forget what they learned in class that day. Phone distraction. He also mentioned that many students are spending too much time on their phones, sometimes all day and night. This leaves them with very little time to focus on their lessons. The staff at Kingston is looking for ways to help students put down their phones and pick up their books so they can do better in the next exam. When the school announced the exam results at the Sobaya parents-teachers meeting, the students decided to take action. A group of student leaders, led by the head boy Ibrahim Ajata, assistant head boy Omar Kebe, and Baruka Jen, met with the school administration. They talked about how they could fix their mistakes and do better in the future. The leaders apologized for the poor results on behalf of all the students in the Sobaya classes. They also made a promise to study much harder so they can pass their upcoming WAEC Gabesi 2026 exam. KTV News.
Mr. Charles Gomez, a Kingston teacher, describes social media as the new classroom enemy.
A growing number of students are struggling to stay focused as social media addiction rises in schools, including Kingston Basic Cycle School. While these platforms help students stay connected, experts and students wonder they are becoming a major barrier to academic success. Mr. Gomez stated that many students now spend their valuable study time scrolling on apps instead of focusing on their lessons. This habit does more than just waste time. It leads to poor concentration, constant notification interrupt classroom learning, sleep loss, late-night browsing leaves students too tired to function the next day. Safety risks, problems like cyberbullying and fake news are damaging students' confidence. In a series of local interviews, one parent explained that the problem is deeply affecting grades. Social media is a double-edged sword. He noted that while it offers great access to information, the unrealistic comparisons seen online are harming student mental health. The consensus among those interviewed is clear. Students must take control of their digital habit. To succeed, they must focus on their education over their screens. One of them concluded, to maximize benefit and minimize risks, students must strike a balance and use social media mindfully. KTV News, Sira F. Piate.
We will take a short commercial break and shall return. Stay tuned, the news continues right after this. Don't go away. Welcome back to the news desk. Let's now invite Caroline Mendy to share the contents of the newsletter released by the Kingston administration regarding the first-term results for the 2025-2026 academic year. Carol.
Dated January 9, 2026. The newsletter reports. We are pleased to announce that the first-term results of Kingston Basic Cycle School were officially released on Friday, January 9, 2026. All parents and guardians can now access their children's performance report through the online portal. The purpose of this release is to provide a clear picture for students' progress. We encourage parents to review these marks with their children, celebrating their successes to keep them motivated and identifying areas where they can work harder to improve in the coming term. The letter concluded. Caroline Mendy, KTV News.
Before we end this news bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Schools struggle with low attendance on opening week. Mr. Charles Gomez, a Kingston teacher, describes social media as the new classroom enemy. Kingston admin has released first-term results on the portal for parents to view. Massive failures emerge for Kingston students at Sobaya classes in Banjul. That is all we have for you in this edition of KTV Newsroom. Thank you all for your kind attention.